Boxing trash talk is stupid. It's pathetic. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to On Me Ed Son. I hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So, boxing trash talk is stupid. It's pathetic. And this is the same for the MMA world, of course, where fighters, before the fight, in press conferences and weigh-ins and all that sort of stuff, they just get really, well, they just go over the top, coming out with all sorts of nonsense, all sorts of stupidity, getting really personal. In fact, many a time crossing the line. And then you think, what's the whole point of this? Why are they doing this? Now, we know that they're just trying to draw eyes into the fight and get more people watching, but it seems as if it's a really dumb way of doing it. I'd love to know what the stat is for the fighters who do the most trash talk and the ones who do the worst trash talk. What percentage of those fighters actually win the fight? Now, I've got a feeling the more trash talking that you do, the less likely you are to win the fight. You're more focused on belittling the other guy or lady as opposed to being fully prepared for the fight. Now, I could be completely wrong here, but it does appear to me there's a lot of effort, a lot of energy put in to trying to get into the other opponent's head and, live in their head and all that kind of stuff and make them feel really small before the fight, somehow break their will, break their spirit. But the reality is you make yourself look like a complete embarrassment, really. And we've seen it kind of get worse and worse over the last few years. Look, we've seen some shocking press conferences and weigh-ins where all hell was broken loose. And now we've got this relatively new thing the last couple of years of influencer boxing, YouTuber boxing, where every press conference or every weigh-in, where it's almost set up for everybody to start hurling abuse at each other and for it to turn into some kind of sideshow. But it seems as if it's happening more and more in MMA world, but also in boxing world as well. Now, of course, yes, there's a little bit of banter here. Yeah, you can talk about the other fighters' attributes, let's say, or why you think you're a better boxer. You can keep it respectful. You can even have trash talk, but make it humorous at least, and that can happen. You can make it entertainment. At the end of the day, boxing, just like any other sport, is entertainment. But what you're tending to do here by this trash talk that just goes over the line, that is just horrible at times. It just turns boxing fans away. Now, I'm sure there's lots of people out there who think it's really funny and they love the trash talk, but I know there's lots of fans out there who don't. And it just seems to me that the ones who are doing the more trash talk, they're the ones who get the egg on their face even before they get in the ring, because everybody's just looking at them thinking, what are you doing? That's just stupid. What are you doing? What are you saying that for? We've seen it in recent fights as well, where a couple of fighters just went over the top with each other. And then they even said themselves, I think it was just before the fight, certainly after the fight, say, look, we took that too far. We apologise for what we said there. We didn't need to do that. Now, I get it. A lot of boxers these days are maybe being pushed by their managers or their promoters to say, look, you really got to sell yourself. You got to create some kind of fervour around your name so that people will want to watch you fight. And I get that. But they're kind of misinterpreting this as the need to do trash talk and for it to go over the line just so that they can sell a fight. Now, as I say, I've got nothing against professional trash talk or banter. I've got no issue with that. But I say, when it goes over the top, where they start kicking over tables and destroying sets and just, throwing fists before the fight, I mean, that's the last thing anybody wants. Because let's say if one of them gets injured, that's it, the fight's over. So it's like a pantomime. It's caged aggression. And both fighters know that they shouldn't really get anywhere near each other because, hey, listen, you're going to ruin the fight. And they're certainly getting in trouble with their management or certainly with the promoters, who are also going to be getting pressure from the TV companies, let's say if it's being broadcast somewhere, if the fight is suddenly cancelled, just because two fighters couldn't control themselves. Now, I know fighters get carried away, and I know this happens in the MMA world and also happens in the boxing world. Of course it happens. And thankfully, it doesn't happen with every single fight. But you get certain characters in there who kind of get carried away with the hype, and they also believe that they should start acting like a lot of influencer boxers or people out there who are trying to drive traffic to, let's say, OnlyFans pages or things like that. All of a sudden they think, I've got to start acting this way as well. What they're kind of failing to realise here is that boxers, MMA fighters, are professionals in fighting. They're not professionals in content creation, in media. They are there to do fighting. That's what makes them really good fighters and crap content creators, because they are specialists in fighting. So when they start crossing that line, when they start trying to raise their profile or start doing other things away from boxing, all of a sudden that is a distraction. And it just makes them look really, really daft. And it turns a lot of people off. And they kind of think, you know what? The one who's doing the most trash talk, you really want to see them fall flat on the face or be put on their ass. That's the problem. That's the fallout. That's the backlash from this. The more trash talk you do and where it really crosses the line, the more that you get fans, neutrals especially, but also opposing fans who really want to see you put on your ass. And that's going to do nothing for your reputation at all. If you take one of the best trash talkers of all time, Muhammad Ali, there was only a couple of times where he let loose a little bit where it sort of crossed the line. Now, in those days, yeah, you could say it crossed the line, but in today's standards, no, that's really tame. So it's always been there. It was there before Muhammad Ali, and it's been happening a long time before Tyson Fury ever came along as well. I would love to know what the stat is of fighters who do the most trash talking. What's their win-loss ratio? I would love to hear it. Now, maybe it has no impact at all. Maybe there's no difference in their performance, and maybe there's not even a difference in the amount of people who go and watch the fight as well or buy pay-per-views. But I think they've fallen into this trap now that they need to do this, or they feel they need to do this just to sell the fight. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. Bye now.